use PowerPoint presentations and I project them onto the screens in my classrooms. I use the internet, so I use YouTube a lot and a lot of other websites in my classroom. That seems to work pretty well. I do use IT to put up my own websites for my courses. I don't use WebCT because I don't like it. I use Dreamweaver to post my own websites to the UNM website. And that works fairly well.
I think the only complaint I would have is whenever I open up the email, it always goes to the oldest emails. I think everything is working very fluidly.
You know, I took a class to use it, and I know a lot of my colleagues in this department use it. I just found it really not intuitive to use, and it was really difficult for me to upload things I already had created in my own webpage to WebCT and make it look nice.
I spent quite a bit of time over the semesters learning how to use WebCT. On a lot of the screens, I wanted to be able to check off a lot of boxes on them and click hide. Like when I'm on the assignments main page or the assessments main page, I want to click like all of them, or like just click something that says all and then click one button at the bottom that says hide or show. And it doesn't give you the option of doing that. What I'll do is I'll break the discussions not only into weeks but into groups. So it'll be like 16 times whatever groups number I have. I got to go through every single one of those and click unhide or hide at the beginning of the semester when I start with my template. It's a lot of work. I have to set a day aside. The grade book I've gotten used to, but again, it's not the most user friendly. Basically what I've learned to do is export it onto a spreadsheet, work on it from there, and then re-upload it. But it would be nicer if they had something that was a little bit easier to use. One thing I don't like is that it shows the names at the far left of the column. If you have like 10 things going on per week for 16 weeks, it means that you have to have like lessons, in week 15 or something, or 14. And you're trying to figure out what's the name associated with this. You got to scroll all the way back on the bar, like 10 to 100, literally 150 items over to see the name associated with it. It's really clumsy in that sense. Yeah, so there are a lot of things like that really could be improved. I'm sure they've gotten this feedback before, though. I'm sure people have, contacted WebCT and said, why don't you guys fix this? And I'm sure they have it on a long list of things to do. Wow, that's a good question.
Faster computers. In this particular department, SHS clinic.
The things I wish I had are actually much more basic in terms of technology. So I wish I had a good microphone in my classroom in Dane Smith Hall. When I asked in the AV annex for a microphone, they told me that they didn't really have one that would work very well.
It would be nice if Camtasia were provided free. I love that program. I love making videos on it.
Really simple technology, like having good wireless microphones in classrooms, would help me a lot. Even dumb stuff like having light bulbs that work. So I know that's not information technology, but those are the kinds of technology that I would like to see improved. Just having better acoustics in the classroom, better setup for the large classes that we have.
I just like the fact that I can move stuff around the screen and explain it to people the same way I would when I lecture in the middle of a class. It's just that it's kind of expensive for TAs to buy, and if there were some way to get budgeting to fund TAs getting that for free, or like some like community copy or something that we could use, or even if there was just a regular computer set aside, in the English department for us to use that had WebCT, that would be cool, because it's a very useful tool. I was able to afford it just because I broke my piggy bank open, but not everyone should be forced to do that. If I wanted to show you how to use a search in Google Books, I would, you'd see me typing in www.google.com at the top of the screen. You'd see my cursor move up there, highlighting things on the screen, and it would be filming that. It's really user-friendly and it's really powerful. It's just not free.